Hey guys, Josh here, and welcome back to the Flash Recap. This is going to be my video for this week's Flash episode, The Darkness and the Light, which I think was a pretty good and kind of tense little episode, so let's get straight into the plot. As we saw in the last episode, Harrison Wells from Earth 2 has come to Earth 1 to meet Barry, to meet the Flash. So what's he doing here? He wants to help Barry defeat Zoom. Why? Because he claims that he created Zoom. Now all through this episode, every single member of Team Flash is trying to deal with the fact that Harrison Wells from Earth 2 is on their Earth 1. And they're also dealing with the fact that they have to go through these feelings and tell this Harrison Wells, this new Harrison Wells, why they don't like him. Why the Harrison Wells of their Earth just completely messed all shit up. But there is one noticeable difference between Harrison Wells from Earth 1 and Earth 2. Harrison Wells from Earth 2 is a huge jerk. The Harrison Wells from Earth 2 has absolutely no care for what the Team Flash thinks of him. Granted, he does feel kind of sorry for everything that Earth 1 Harrison Wells has done, but he's made it a point on numerous times to let them know that he is not Harrison Wells from Earth 2. He is Earth 1. He's totally different. Though Jay Garrick said that Harrison Wells from Earth 2 has a few secrets just like Earth 1's did. So we'll see what happens there. And yes, Jay Garrick and Earth 2 Harrison Wells do get in an altercation. You can't really say you didn't see it coming. Okay, so the big baddie for this episode. Can you really call her Big Baddie though? Okay, let's start that over using different words this time. So the minor pain in the butt for this episode is Dr. Light, or the doppelganger to Linda Park, Barry's ex and the news reporter. And actually, yes, CW used this character. They gave it a new twist, made Dr. Light a female. The character works in the overall episode. The motive she has for actually doing what she's doing is pretty spot on to what I would do if I were in her situation. But the way Barry is able to defeat Dr. Light is by using the Speed Mirage, a technique that Harrison Wells showed Cisco in Season 1. And even though Cisco remembers it, Barry has no idea what this is, so it is completely new to him. And the funny thing is, Harrison Wells is the one that actually suggests it to him. And we all see that little recognition on Cisco's face, like, huh. And we see that this is the first time that Jay Garrick does not know what to do. That's new. So Barry defeats Dr. Light, they lock her up in the pipeline below Star Labs, and Jay Garrick leaves Team Flash because he does not want to be a part of Team Flash if they want to use Dr. Light to lure Zoom to them. So he leaves. But before he leaves, he cautions Team Flash to beware of Harrison Wells from Earth 2 because he has just as many secrets as Harrison Wells from Earth 1. So that was this week's episode of The Flash. Let me know what you guys thought about it in the comments down below. So let's get on to my top 4 moments for this week's episode. Number 1, Barry and Patty finally go out on their very first date. So in the last few episodes we saw that Barry is trying to move on with his life, and now he's finally got the courage to ask Patty out on a first date. So early on in the episode, Barry is blinded by Dr. Light and can't see. And he remembers that he has to go on this date. So what happens? Well, of course you'd get Cisco. Like, the best wingman ever. And yes, all throughout their date I was totally waiting for her to say, "You know, I know you can't see me, right? That's why you have the glasses. What happened?" And finally she says it. And yes, it's funny. Number 2, Harrison Wells outs Cisco as a metahuman. So finally Cisco reveals that he is a metahuman. Kind of forcefully though, because Harrison Wells outed him as a metahuman. His reasoning, he said, was he was afraid. He didn't want to end up like Harrison Wells, all crazy, because Harrison Wells did say that he basically created him. And the Harrison Wells from Earth 2 tells Cisco that he can control his powers, but he's not able to fully because he is afraid, because he wants to bottle them up. And I also really like at the end of the episode, Barry, Kaylin, and Cisco are sitting around the table at CC Jitters, and they're like, "Oh yeah, you're a metahuman. Now you had to have a cool name." And Barry's like, "Vibe." Cisco's like, "That could totally work." Number 3. We get Dr. Light from Earth 2. So what do I think of CWDC completely rewriting this character's history? I think it actually works. I honestly do. Now, I know people will hate on me because we don't get the original Dr. Light from the DC Comics. Oh no. Guys, it's okay if CWDC wants to change the character. No, it's not the DC character that we all know from the comic books. It's a completely different character from another world. Yes, in a multiverse, Dr. Light could be a chick on some other world. It is that simple, guys. The Flash can be a girl on another world. It's that simple. Number 4. Harrison Wells from Earth 2. Is he here on good terms? So in the beginning of the episode, Harrison Wells of Earth 2 does tell Barry that he is there to meet the Flash. He's there to stop Zoom. Is he there by his own free will, though? I have a feeling that he's not because of what happens in the end credit scene. But you guys will have to watch the episode to find out. That's a big spoiler. I'm not ruining it right here. But yes, I do think Harrison Wells of Earth 2 was kind of truthful. I think he is there to help Flash defeat Zoom. Though what other secrets he has, we'll find out in due time. So let me know what you guys thought of this Flash episode in the comments down below. What were you guys' favorite moments? Whatever you guys thought, let me know. So what do you guys think of this Flash episode? What were you guys' favorite moments? Whatever you guys thought, let me know in the comments down below. Hit the like button if you enjoyed the video. Let's try to get it up to 50 likes. And also, don't forget to share this with your family and friends. And I will see you guys in the next video. I'm Josh from Nerd Word, keeping it nerdy.